Before less than 30 years, the Bulgarian, Romanian and Polish people were facing the same problems, and somehow the Polish people managed to pull it off really high. Romania is quickly getting out of the deep waters, and here in Bulgaria we are still staying in the mud. So how did Romania do it? We're about to find out now. I'm your friend UFOGUY here, a Bulgarian pharmacist.
Romania has over the last decades been ravaged by corruption. In 2017, 25% of Romanians were asked or expected to pay a bribe that year. On the political level, scandals involving high-ranking politicians and the largest parties in the nation are still in recent memory. Despite this, the nation has grown at a blazing speed, increasing its GDP by more than 10 times over the last decades. In 1992, the southern
Before we move on, I just want to say that the only thing that I know that has advanced in Romania a lot compared to Bulgaria, as I'm in the healthcare field, I can tell you that their healthcare has grown quite a lot. Their salaries have grown quite a lot as well in terms of healthcare and the quality of the service.
Southern European nation had a GDP of $25.12 billion, which increased to $301.26 billion in 2022, becoming the region's second largest economy. In addition, Romania is currently outpacing its neighbors who are struggling with growth. How is this possible?
Name Bulgaria, name it. We do have quite a lot of people that go on a cheap tourism to put money into the Romanian economy for buying clothes and doing some small stuff as well.
When faced with such challenges. Chapter 1. Corruption and instability. Romania has a long history of corruption and is still enduring high-level political corruption to this day. For example, Liviu Dragnea was until 2019 the leader of the PSD, which is the largest party in the country. Dragnea has seen multiple incidents of corruption, all while being the nation's most powerful political figure. Liviu Dragnea received a 2-year suspended sentence on Friday for attempting to rig a 2012 national referendum calling for impeachment of the country's president. He also received a jail sentence in 2018 for corruption.
See, that's the problem. In Bulgaria, we do not see politicians go in jail. In Romania, they see that and they are advancing. The corruption is the main problem, apparently.
In 2016, the government of Romania, led by the PSD, tried to change the nation's penal code, which is the legal basis of the criminal law. The government tried to make 2 changes, all while trying to keep their agenda unknown. These changes were to legally pardon prison sentences of up to 5 years for criminal activities like abuse of power and reduce future sentences for abuse of power to 6 months in jail or fines. The nation also suffers other significant challenges such as the nation's demographic issues. Brain drain, emigration and a low birth rate all contribute to workforce shortages. Romania turns to migrant workers to ease labour shortage.
Well, since they are still above us in economical terms, they face the same problem as us. And that is that their wages are still super low and the people that live in Romania are seeking refuge and better salaries and better living conditions into the West. So they are still gonna be leaving the country by millions per year, probably.
Challenges like burdensome regulations on businesses, lack of competitiveness compared to its neighbours, and poverty also hamper the economy significantly. Then how has it grown so much, and why is the nation continuing to grow while its neighbours stagnate? Chapter 2. Opening up the economy. The growth started when Romania opened up its economy. Romania was a communist nation with a planned economy for much of the 1900s. This was until 1989 and was caused by an armed revolution known as the Romanian Revolution. The Romanian people demanded better living conditions and an end to corruption, resulting in a full-blown uprising and democratic reforms as a result. The shift resulted in the economy being opened up and laid the foundations for the growth to come. We have divided the factors for Romania's growth into 3. Number 1, the IT sector. Number 2, strategic positioning and foreign investment. And most importantly, number 3, the...
So far from what I learned about Poland, the same three factors are the ones that started Poland's growth after they kicked out the socialists and they started fighting corruption, but the IT sector, the strategic positioning of the foreign investors at all, and joining the EU and getting those fresh European money.
EU. Number 1. The IT sector. The Romania of today benefits greatly from the tech boom it has experienced since the 2000s. This boom was due to the governments giving near zero rate income tax to tech workers and, most importantly,
we have 20% tax.
Forward-thinking and strategic investments in education. Today, Romania is first in Europe and 6th in the world in terms of certified IT specialists per capita, and the IT&C sector contributed 6.7% of the nation's total GDP in 2021. Romania's city, Cluj-Napoca, has become a European Silicon Valley, drawing in large sums of foreign investments. The Romanians achieved this by initiatives like the €200 program, which provides financial aid to purchase computers for students.
That's
Romania
awesome.
has made
They give money to the students to purchase computers. You're not gonna see something in any of the other Balkan countries. At least not from what I'm aware of.
sure to be on the forefront of internet speeds, ensuring that computers were efficient and had proper access to information. Today, Romania has the fastest internet speed in Europe and is 14th among 182 countries in terms of average fixed broadband speed. The nation has also invested heavily in online learning resources, complementing the fast internet and the financial help purchasing computers for students. As a result, the Romanian skill and expertise with IT is far above average, and the consensus is that the sector will continue to expand. From 2017 to 2021, the tech sector grew from 4.7% to 7%, showcasing the growth this sector is currently
Well, that's
undergoing.
some pretty good numbers.
Number 2. Strategic positioning and foreign investment. Romania's location in southeastern Europe
There it is, Bulgaria, just below Romania.
positions it as a gateway to regional markets. Its proximity to countries in the Balkans, Central and Eastern Europe, and the Black Sea region offers opportunities for cross-border trade, transit, and investment. This strategic advantage allows Romania to serve as a bridge between different markets. By establishing a base in Romania, companies have access to multiple large markets while having access to the infrastructure needed to reach them. Additionally, Romania's geographic position has made it a key player in energy transit routes. The country's pipeline and infrastructure facilitate the transportation of oil, gas, and electricity across Europe. The access to multiple markets, coupled with the nation's low labour cost and support from the EU, has greatly boosted foreign investment, which has resulted in both job creation and economic growth. Number 3. The EU. The most important reason for Romania's growth over the last decade is its membership in the EU.
Most countries that manage to grow is thanks to the European Union's cash, but if there is corruption, this money is not gonna be acquired properly. Most of it is gonna be stolen, like it happened in Bulgaria. We have hundreds of stadiums that are built in villages with no more than 10 people living there, thanks to the EU money and the people that stole them.
Romania quietly catches up with richer neighbours, helped by EU cash. Romania joined the EU in 2007, following in the footsteps of other Eastern European nations like Czechia, Poland, Hungary, and Slovakia, who joined in 2004. This gave Romania an enormous boost, as the nation now has access to the EU's single market, Western investment, and EU funding, which has been of tremendous help to the nation. The EU's single market refers to the entire 27-country market of the EU, which now numbers 450 million consumers. This enormous market has free movement of goods, services, and people by removing all technical, legal, and bureaucratic barriers. This graph showcases the increase in Romanian exports from the nation's inclusion in 2007 to 2023. After the country gained access to the single market, the nation's exports have had an upwards trend. Another significant benefit for EU membership for Romania is the access to EU funding. the International Monetary Fund expects the Romanian economy to grow by 3.1% this year. Aided by European Union funding, currency stability and foreign investment, allowing it to outpace stagnating neighbours like Poland and Hungary. According to Reuters, Romania is in line for 90 billion euros of EU money. The government is planning to tap around 10 billion euros a year until 2027. This inflow of EU funds has conditions which aims to drive much-needed reforms in the country. All of this while neighbouring nations like Hungary and Poland are struggling for similar funding. Romania gained access to substantial...
It's amazing that Romania is getting such huge funding based on what? Mainly the IT sector. So this should ring a bell that we should work more on our IT sector. Although here in Bulgaria we have very high quality IT specialists that are underpaid, but they still work in here for some reason.
Financial support from the EU structural funds and investment programs. These funds have been utilised for infrastructure development, regional development projects and fostering innovation, contributing to economic growth and job creation. A large positive, aside from the funds themselves, is that the country has been forced to align with EU regulations and norms to be eligible for the funds. This has improved governance and stability, which resulted in a massive boost to foreign investment and has created a more stable business environment. More than 30 years after the post-communist transition, much of Romania's formerly locked-up potential has been realised. A well-educated population and a diversified modernising economy strongly focused on IT and high-tech industry, logistics and energy, along with a strategic location on the Danube in southeast Europe, have made Romania a magnet for foreign investors.
So Romania is not only a good place for foreign investors and for IT specialists, but also for some tourism. They have beautiful places to be visited and cheap restaurants and cheap food to be bought. We're gonna learn more about Romania in the future videos, so stay awesome and subscribe. Bye.